You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Welcome to Mr. Credit. Holy smokes, Batman. Mr. Credit almost died at the baseball game last night. I'll tell you all about that. We are live and local here in San Diego, bringing you the most important hour in radio and telling you everything that they don't want you to know. When we say they, we mean the Wall Street gangsters, the big banks, the credit bureaus, the government sometimes, the media, especially debt settlement companies right now who are after your money. I won't let them get to you. Visit MrCreditRadio.com if you want to send me an email or shoot me a call or do a Facebook search for Mr. Credit, and you will find me there. So Padres last night finished up the sweep of our arch enemy, the Los Angeles Dodgers. I was at the game and at the Toyota Terrace level right behind home plate. Second pitch of the game, and I almost died. A foul ball went head high, whizzed right past my face. And the thing that was interesting about it was I was supposed to be sitting in the seat number that was on my ticket was the seat where this ball that I'm holding in my hand right now went head high past me. I was sitting one seat over because there weren't people there. And, it may as well be comfortable. And I wasn't paying any attention. I was actually at the game with Mark Savage, the Mark Savage, if you want to follow him on Twitter, the guy who is writing the minimalistjourney.com, who's been a guest on the show. He's going to come on the show again and give us an update on some things that he's doing that are really, really cool. But we're sitting there. I'm turned to the side. I'm talking to him, and I hear what I thought was a shotgun go off right by my head. What it actually was a foul ball on the second pitch of the game that whizzed head high right by me, hit the seat in the row behind me, ricocheted off that seat, off the seats in front of me, and then there was a mad scramble for the loose ball. It felt like we were playing that game that you played. I don't think it has a very good name, so I'm not going to say what it is, but it was like we were little kids going after a baseball. And I came up with it because that's how we do it.
I want the truth!
The truth is I wanted it more than he did, plain and simple. There was another guy who was closer to it who could have got it, but he didn't act quick enough. He wasn't ready, and I was, so I got it. Now, I'm holding the ball right now in my hand that has a mark on it from the seat that it hit as it sizzled past my head, and I'm trying to think what would have happened if it had hit my face. I think the ball was probably going about 70, 75 miles an hour, so at least. So it definitely would have cut me, no question about that. Could have crushed my orbital if it had hit me in the eye. Would have definitely broke my nose, knocked teeth out if it hit me in the mouth. There's no question about any of those things. Would have really, really hurt if it hit me in the neck. I don't think it would have been an ender. I don't necessarily think it would have really killed me, but it would have hurt really bad. So I'm glad that the people who are in section 202, row 4, seats 10 and 11, thank you so much for coming to the game in the third inning. And what in the heck are you doing coming to the game in the third inning anyway? What is with that? We need some better fans here. We got a good baseball team, and we got people showing up in the third inning.
Oh, it's all right. I'm sure that we can handle this situation maturely, just like the responsible adults that we are. Isn't that right, Mr. Poopy Pants?
I just can't believe that folks pay for tickets to the games, especially these tickets. These are nice ones. Okay, I got them from the station, so they're like stud tickets.
I'm Rick James.
And these folks came in the third inning. Thank goodness they did, though. They saved my association. So, good stuff going on. Padres are back in good shape. We weren't even playing the starters last night. Did anyone notice that? We weren't even playing the starters. But they didn't come in. Like a couple of those guys came and pinched hit later in the game. We had a lot of backups in there who did really well. The center fielder did awesome. I forget his name off the top of my head, but he did a really good job. Super fast player. Made a couple of great catches. And now, so we've got the 2-game lead. Now we're back to a 2-game lead over San Francisco, who lost. And we have a series now, a weekend series coming with San Francisco. They're actually coming to Petco tonight, 7 o'clock, downtown. Petco Park, the Giants. This is a huge series. Huge. Split would be great for us in this deal. But I think it's actually a 3-game set. So we need to catch 2 out of 3 here or we'll fall behind. We need to play some ball. It's time to really get going. It's time now. So San Francisco, 7 p.m. tonight. If you can't make it downtown, you can catch every single Padres game right here on San Diego 1700. So save this station in your dial. Now, we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about today, and I want to jump right into it. There's a story on Yahoo about the 6 credit scoring myths, 6 popular credit score myths. I'm going to tell you what's real and what isn't as far as all that is concerned. Also tonight, if you, let's say, aren't interested in watching the Padres, let's say it's too much of a nail-biter for you, you can come down to Claremont High School in the library, and I'll be doing a free credit presentation for the Claremont City Council. That's at 7 p.m. Claremont Library. If you do a search for Mr. Credit on Facebook, you'll see I've got the directions and everything there if you don't know where that is. But it's about a 45-minute presentation about the bare bones items that are involved with credit scoring, the way the credit scoring model works, and so forth. So there's a bunch of really good stuff tonight going on. Whether you are a sports fan or whether you are an academic, we will take care of you on this show. Now, everyone at some point has had their anger level tested for whatever reason. And we kind of have to look at ourselves, and you have to take the deep breath. You have to count back from 10 and all that. When I see people get upset, it's usually because something happened erroneously to their credit, causing their credit scores to go lower. And there, of course, that's something that could really upset you.
Hated it.
Now, for me, I've figured out what my anger situation is. Some people are short fuse people. Some people are passive aggressive. I'm neither one of those. What I am, and I've figured it out, I have a really long fuse. It's really long. But attached to that fuse is a nuclear bomb. So I can put up with all kinds of stuff for a really, really, really long time. But when that fuse gets all the way down to the end, boy, we got problems. And most people who know me have never even seen that.
You are about to have a very bad day.
They've never seen it. Because it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't have to happen. I'm telling you, if we can get things settled prior to getting there, I'm back to being good to go. But there's one thing that really bothers me, and the creditor in this situation will go unnamed, is when folks make mistakes that cost you money or try to charge you more money than what they're supposed to. It just drives me crazy. I just can't stand it. Well, I tell you all the time, hey, be aware of the fact that your cell phone provider, your TV company, any big, huge company that's charging you a monthly amount of money is probably figuring out ways to charge you extra money. Even if it's just a little bit, they're figuring out different ways to charge you a little bit of extra money every month because they know for $12, you're not going to want to call their 800 number, talk to someone who barely speaks English, and probably not get anything accomplished anyway. So they use that to scrape money out of your wallet. They do. This is a bigger deal, what I'm dealing with right now. I think in the end, everything will work out. But I will keep you posted, that's for sure. And let's hope that I don't have to lay a mushroom cloud up in this piece. All right, so let's get to... Actually, really, we got a quick BBB alert, actually, that I need to get out really fast here. Better Business Bureau has received reports of a lot of fraudulent, aggressive collection calls that are targeting consumers in this area. In some cases, the consumers have been threatened with arrest if they pay unless they pay off alleged debts immediately. So we got to really, really be careful right now. And I've been warning people of this for a while. They're making these calls from overseas. The calls aren't even coming from here. It looks like it on the caller ID because they're using these internet phones where you can basically make, as long as you can get internet, you can make the caller ID say whatever you want. So be very careful about these things. Do not pay these people. No matter what happens, if someone calls you for a collection, say, hey, sure, I understand I have a debt. I need you to send me the paperwork that goes along with it, and I'll be happy to take a look at it and pay it if I owe it. If you say that and they get angry, then you know it's a scam. Boom. You hang up right away. Don't ever give anyone who calls you any information about yourself. So if they say, okay, I need to verify your this, your social, I need your address, your phone, your work, your employment. Don't give any information to anyone who calls you. And it sounds silly to say it, but I'm telling you, people are getting caught up in this.